I'm gonna call the meeting to order now that we have a quorum.
Yeah.
8:34. If I could have a roll call, please.
Chair Rutledge,
Here.
Vice Chair Garcia.
Here.
Member Cole.
Here.
Member Evans. Member LaPointe. Member Colbert.
I'm gonna cover the Latin notes in the product. Like anything issue this morning, so.
Okay, on Chairwoman's remarks, just want to remind everybody that after the election, we'll be doing the 2024 fall sign recycling event. They don't have to be political signs. They can be school sports signs or graduation signs or any of those things that we want to keep out of the landfill. So please keep that in mind. Date for that, Joy?
November 15th and 16th, and I will send this to you electronically as well as the image.
Right.
It's not social media.
Great. Next for public comment, we have Kay McKean from Scares. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just a couple of things, you guys. So October is Energy Awareness Month, so we'll be doing a lot of Facebook and social media.
And office here.
You know, Cleve was gonna come back.
It's
and do
either
that.
comfort or hearing, no air conditioning, you don't get, it's either comfort or hearing, you don't get both.
Oh.
Or can we maybe just turn it
I
down?
kid, I totally kid.
That's better, now it gets really loud.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Talk over it. October is Energy Awareness Month, so we'll be doing a lot of social media kind of to help promote that. It's in both of our newsletters. I hope that'll come out today. We have the repair fair coming up. This time we have somebody, we've had a lot of requests for vacuum cleaner repair and blender repair. So we've got at least 2 guys coming to do appliances like that. So that's a new thing for the repair fair. We're glad about that. We have 11 DuPage County towns signed up for the pumpkin smash already. And we're working on a flyer that is totally in Spanish. Forest Glen is working on recertifying their earth flag, Forest Glen School in Glen Ellen. We did 2 recycling extravaganzas in September, Roselle and Winfield Township. Last Saturday was Winfield Township in West Chicago. And then we have 3 this month, Milton Township, Addison's and Darien. And Darien, once again, we're working with the sheriff to get the medicines collected, EpiPens and syringes. So we're excited about that. And we're really, what's the word? Trying to gear up already for the cooking oil collection to keep that out of our landfills. So getting it, we have that new town. We have Itasca now as a full-time site and working on the pop-up sites for the Saturday after Thanksgiving. So thank you.
Kay, I have a question for
Yes.
you, actually. Winfield Township had 850 cars last year, but they did not have a good turnout on Saturday. Any
You know,
words of
sometimes.
wisdom?
No words of wisdom. You know, 2 towns now, Winfield Township and Villa Park, Villa Park, I think, are charging residents now.
Well, yeah,
So
For everything?
electronics.
electronics, so Addison doesn't charge, but they only do Addison residents. And so Wheaton, we have charges, you know, for monitors, but
Screens.
I think when people read, it's $10 per car. And if they don't read all of it, like if you don't have electronics, there's no fee. So what if you're not bringing electronics? That I think the fee might, I have no idea. I
Yeah,
mean,
I think they're
sometimes
trying
if
to
the
figure it
weather's
out.
great, people don't come because they're doing soccer. Sometimes if the weather isn't great, they don't come because it's not great, but sometimes if it isn't great, then there isn't any soccer. So that's sort of a,
Yeah, all right.
I can't tell you, but I did want to thank Ian, where'd Ian go?
Oh.
We got the bread tags in the bags again, so thanks for doing that for us. But yeah, I think it's just, right?
Yeah.
We
Never
just
know.
never
I know
know.
they're trying to figure out, do we go every other year, or there was some discussion about that on
Right,
Saturday morning.
John said he's gonna call, because I was
Okay.
someplace else, so, yeah.
Okay, good. All
Right,
right,
yep,
thank you
thanks.
for that. Let's see, next I'll ask for a motion on item 5A, 242613, approval of
Second.
minutes. Any changes, deletions, corrections? All in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries. Next, consent item 242614, the Environmental Division, Aptum Corporation, DBA Aptum Environmental and Infrastructure LLC, PO 630401. This contract is decreasing in the amount of $16,810.47 and closing due to contract expiring. All in favor?
Aye.
That motion carries. Grant proposal notifications 24-26-15, GPN 3724, Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus, U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Recycling Education and Outreach, $83,338 dollars.
Second.
Any comment or?
Sure, we are very excited about this. The Metropolitan Mayor's Caucus did a regional application for funding through the US EPA for recycling education and outreach. They were a recipient of $2 million and the local counties are all sub-awards. So what you see before you is a 3-year sub-award amount.
And what are we applying that for? Do we know yet?
We are going to still, we're talking that through, I think, with you. We're just kind of deciding whether we want to do labels, movie theater ads, ads in the malls, Pace Bus is one of the other items. So we'll talk through what those items are. If you have any thoughts, preferences, let us know.
Trying to consider ways to get better recycling. You know, I complain all the time. I walk down the street with my dogs and because I have 6 companies that service my street, there's a trash can almost every day on my street. And just all kinds of inappropriate things in the recycle bin. So trying to get better at that or figure out a way to help people get better at that. So.
Did you mention digital marketing in that list?
We will be doing digital marketing as a whole, as a region. We do have an allocation,
Okay,
but we could do our own if that's something that is a priority for the committee. Absolutely.
I think so. I think we have to include digital marketing. I think that's where everyone's getting their info and news these days, you know,
Yep, absolutely.
and it's also most cost effective.
Mhm. Great suggestion, and thank you. Do I need a motion in a second on this to accept?
This is a notification?
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right, thanks for your attention to this. Does anybody have any old business? Seeing none, any new business? Seeing none of that.
Well-
Oh, Lynn?
I mean, we can't be an environmental committee and not talk about what just happened, right?
Oh, yeah.
So, there's no such thing, I would say, as unprecedented weather events from this point forward. There's no such thing.
Yeah.
That's,
And these
Jumbo
500-year events.
you know what I mean?
Are
It-
coming
you
every
just
3 or
can't-
4
You
years.
can't say that anymore. And there's no area that is like, well, my goodness, how could it possibly happen up here in the mountains? There is no area that is going to be protected from climate change. We are now in a very new reality.
Yeah.
And I think it's really important if we're going to be the leading voice for environmental sustainability and action in DuPage County, we have to take a much bigger picture. I know, this is what I say every time. I'm just gonna keep saying it. We've got to talk about this and even if there's things that we can do as a committee to help, is there anything we can do? Is there any messaging we can put out there where people are looking to make donations, or what is the best way and place to make donations or to help some of the people who've lost everything? And I've heard that building back is going to be like a 15 to 20-year process, not just
And they may be
6 months a year.
devastated 3 more times in that 20 years.
next week.
Yeah.
Next week, there's
Yeah.
there's one on board right now for the same path. So,
Well, I do recall in my environmental comments in one of the county board meetings at the beginning of the summer, I said, hold on to your hats, folks, because we're gonna see some pretty intense hurricanes this fall because the Gulf waters are 90 degrees.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I hate to say I was right.
yeah. And I know we think that we're really protected here, and we probably are more than other places, but that doesn't mean we are protected, and that also means we're gonna have to be sharing our resources, because there's going to be a lot of climate refugees
Mhm.
moving in from the coast and from where they've been decimated. So
Right.
I would just like us as an environmental committee to address some of the really unbelievable events that are happening in real time.
I mean, let's home rule.
Yeah.
I'll say there, we would have more action available to us. if
Well,
that
whatever
were-
we
if were
can
all
do,
rule.
even if it's just talking about it, even if it's just educating people, even if it's just saying, and I don't know this, so I won't even use the name. I'll just say, if the best place to donate is the white triangle, if you get, you know what I mean? We can help people say, hey, we haven't been affected, but our
Right, right.
fellow countrymen
We
have.
were talking to how the Midwest is going to become the island of refuge for a lot of people that are experiencing climate change events. So, I mean, another thing I've said before too, is it's gonna get here eventually,
For
so.
sure. Yeah.
Thanks for your comments, Lynn. Without objection, we're adjourned.
Oh my God, this is- I will say-